Let's go. I got big dreams, I'ma do big things. Yeah, you see me on the big screen, looking so clean. I don't move slow, I move fast, right past anybody taking life for granted, yeah, that's too bad. I'd be grateful for everything that I have. You only got this life, you don't get it back. Make the most of it, become the best that I can. Everybody look at me, I got a plan. You gotta work hard, play hard, do it from the start. Cause how you do anything is everything you start. Stay consistent and do it every day. Don't let fatigue get in your way. Cause 10% of something is better than nothing. You better do something if you wanna be something. I can feel my stomach rumbling, I'm hungry. Big things coming, I ain't bluffing, yeah. No, I don't wanna stay the same, yeah. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. So I fight every day and train, yeah. It'll all be worth it. One day it'll all be worth it. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. I've had enough, I'm making my own luck. Adrenaline, my drug, I'm sick of feeling stuck. I got this, will not quit to the top, I promise. Cause I've had enough. Out. I'm on the climb to the crown in my prime right now. Hear me loud, I've been spitting for a while now. All by myself, independent DIY now. Don't need no help, I've been beating out labels and money and budgets. It's funny, I do all the work, yeah, keep it 100. I fight for my dreams, I would die for these things. I believe in myself, I refuse to be weak. I like to build things, empires out of buildings. I wanna leave a legacy of helping others find they feel things, of motivating and killing. Depression, exhaustion, we need some healing. I work through the pain, I like seeing gains. I keep my head down, buried, walk through the flames. Yeah, I do this every day, even when I feel drained. A true man pushes through, you don't hear complaints. No, I don't wanna stay the same, yeah. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. So I fight every...
Welcome everybody, how are y'all?
Comment ça va, mes amis? Mais how y'all are?
How y'all is? Now I was a little late on making my thing over here, but I can bring up some comments. E, welcome in. And Josh, what? Joshua said nobody claimed first, so he'll do it. So he claims first. Mark Johnson, Shade, Lee, and yeah, go. Welcome in, guys. You gals, if you gals listening. I don't know.
Or if you already said Lee, I'm sorry. But Lee, the burning question, are you going to make soap again?
Yeah, that'd be cool though. Because I still got some though. I still got some. Matter of fact, that's gonna be one of my giveaways tonight. Was gonna be EDC beard soap here. I mean beard soap, body soap, whatever. Yeah, I use my beard too sometimes.
Yeah, Lee, Dagan's running low on soap that he can give as giveaways, so you need to bring it back so he can stock up.
Well, but I did buy it at a cheap price when he was selling it off. So I don't know if would give away a full price soap if I buy it, but definitely would buy it. And G, what is going on? But yeah, G's got some soap too. It's a good stuff. He got some good soap too. Randy,
yeah, I did see.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say I did see that the soap on on Retro Beard's website. I went cruising and perusing and became a member or whatever you call it. Signed up for the emails. That's what it is. I signed up for the emails on American Classic. I don't know why my email was never signed up on there, or maybe it was, and it's an email that I deleted. And then I also signed up for Retro Beard's email stuff, and they won't leave me alone because I put a beard wash in my shopping cart and didn't do anything with it. So I'm getting an email, every other day. Hey, did you forget something?
Well, eventually they'll be purged out, I'm sure. And Lee says no, so sorry. Who's gonna give some clone a try though? That'd be cool. There's probably a couple cents that I wouldn't mind seeing in a clone from EDC.
Well, if it's a good beard scent, it's a good cologne scent, in my opinion. I just wish that somebody would make my favorite cologne scents into beard scents. But, oh well.
That's all
I can always hope and wish.
Oh my gosh. So Joshua says I'm due about 6 more washes from Retro Beards. Oh my god. How can you go through me washes so quick there, Joshua? You must be using a whole bunch.
I think he's stockpiling for the zombie apocalypse. I think that's what he's really doing.
Yeah, something. Shoot.
Or maybe he's reselling it on Facebook Marketplace at a I don't know, 10, 15, 20% markup.
Yeah. Double the price.
Dude, that's actually not a bad idea, because for the price that G's selling it, I can make a pretty nice little profit for especially the folks around here who don't know anything about retro beards. I could tell them I'm an exclusive distributor. Give me your money and I'll send you your stuff.
Well, no, since there's 3 company owners in here right now, I will say that I do like all 3 company owners as a person, and I do like all 3 companies' products too. So, but unfortunately, I do have a code though for one, and that's American Classic. So, you can always use code BGG15 for American Classic, but do check out those. ADC has great products as well as does Retro Beard. So, y'all check them out. That's my commercial.
Do check them out.
That's my commercial for the stream. Now back to our regular scheduled program. And what does everybody have in beard? What does everybody have in beard?
Well, I have something that I hadn't used very much. It's something my daughter gave me. It's from a company called Beard Sorcery, and they're a D&D themed company. And this is Mighty Owl Bear. I have no idea what the actual scent profile is. All I know is that it's something I would never buy for myself. I don't care that much for it. My wife loves it. So,
give it to her.
There's that. But it does do well in my beard. I do like that about it. And yeah, American Classic is fire if you have any left.
Yes, I know. I do have some. Well, actually, today I had some island retreat from Woodpit. So.
Yeah, I saw you rubbing it in your good collection. And you said, "What do you do when you run out of pipe dreams? You open up another." Well, showing off that you have more than one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pipe dreams is a very good tobacco scent for sure. Joshua has Nicholas Beardworks oil and butter and Wagoner scent. Shoot, that's Nicholas Beardworks, man. He has some expensive stuff too. Wait, he's got some.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some really far out carrier oils.
So is that like Nicholas Z? Or okay, probably not then.
No. All right, later, E. Have fun. Appreciate you stopping me in.
Yes.
We just got give back from Ocean City. Oh, Ocean City, that's cool. Cool.
I have no idea where that is, but I'm sure it's a cool place.
Actually, I don't either, but it sounds cool. Yeah,
it's in the middle of Arizona. No, I'm kidding.
Right. That probably would be funny, wouldn't it? It'd be like one of those.
Hey, isn't London Bridge in Arizona now? The original London Bridge?
Gee, I don't know. Shade's in Maryland,
In Maryland.
Ocean City. Interesting.
Yep. And boy, if I didn't have to click too many buttons that show everybody, I'd turn on the sneaker cam, but I don't feel like doing it today.
Yeah, we don't want that. Thank you.
Well, I'd show off my high dollar shoes that I got off of Temu.
Well, there is a. Yeah, G says it's a beach area, Eastern Maryland. Used to be cool, but the knuckleheads are overrunning it. But I just looked up Ocean City. Yes, it's Ocean City, Maryland. There's the Ocean City, New Jersey. There's the Ocean City, Florida, and there's the Ocean City, Washington. So there you go. There's more than one Ocean City.
And I'm guessing that they're all near the ocean.
Most likely.
Sounds logical to me.
Yeah. Just like Dallas. People say Dallas, they think of Dallas, Texas, but there is another Dallas somewhere. I can't remember what it is. I think there was, if I remember right. There's a Dallas. Dallas.
Or Nome, not Alaska, Texas. Or China, Texas.
I could be wrong about that, but that's when there's Dallas. There's another Dallas in another state somewhere. It's not
And of
up.
course, Paris.
Oh yeah,
Paris, Texas.
Yeah, Paris, Texas. Yeah. All right, I found it. Dallas. There's a Dallas, Georgia, but it's probably not well known. So there we go.
And a funny thing, when you're traveling west on I-40 out of Amarillo, you will come to an exit that says Adrian Vega. Now, what's the significance of that? Here in Lafayette, we have a Dodge dealership that's Adrian Vega Dodge. So I always thought that was cool when I ride by there and see the exit. It's Adrian Vega exit. Now, if you're coming eastbound, it's going to say Vega Adrian. I don't know why, but that's how the Department of Transportation labels exits. If there's two towns that the exit is for, they flip them over for each side. Why, I don't know, but it just does that.
Because depending which way you're coming, one's first before the other one, I guess. I don't know. Sounds plausible. Yeah, Shane said he's only been to one in Maryland, and it's not great. So
apparently not enough sharks out there. Yeah, I saw a headline on multiple media outlets about as summer comes to an end, shark season is beginning. There's more and more sharks. I don't know if they're attacking or anything, but they're being spotted more and more. And then, oh God, what country was it? It's somewhere far away from here. I don't remember. Oh, in Costa Rica, I believe it is. They not a new species of shark, but it's a very, very rarity of a shark that they caught and released. I think they tagged it, but it's an albino and whatever kind of shark it is, and it's bright orange. And I saw the pictures of it swimming in the film of it swimming in the water, so it's legit, but it's something that scientists had never seen live in habitat and all that kind of stuff. So it was an interesting little read for a few minutes. If you're into sharks or you're into really weird stuff, and dude, an orange shark is pretty freaking weird on my scale of weirdness, and I'm a weird guy.
yeah, that's pretty weird. Sharknado would be weird too, but
Oh, that was stupid, man. That was so stupid. I didn't even watch it. I mean, it's bad enough I watched the shark movie. I don't even remember what the name of it was, but LL Cool J was in it, and the sharks had I don't think they were bionic sharks, but it was stupid.
yeah. That whole Sharknado, and they made, I think they made a couple of movies like this is so stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, and if you have an Amazon Echo, Echo Dot, all that kind of stuff, the stuff that has, yeah, shade deep blue. I knew somebody would know what I was talking about. But if you have an Amazon product that you call Alexa,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still available, but when you programming it for an alarm, you can choose different ways what'll go off on the alarm, and some of the alerts are Sharknado alerts, and
Good Lord.
it's goofy as hell. I was like, "Watch out! It's a Sharknado alert!" Yeah,
sounds stupid to me. Okay.
very much. But I've got the most irritating one of all. It's Samuel L. Jackson. And well, just one of his alerts is really irritating because it says, "Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds irritating to me, for sure.
That's back when you could buy celebrity voices for your Amazon device to talk back to you. And of course I had to spend my $2.99 to get Samuel L. Jackson. But they did away with all of those. I don't know why, but I had him set as my alarm voice for months and months and months. So I still have that, but I can't make Alexa speak like him. So I'm just heartbroken.
Yeah, and
But anyway,
I was about to say, people may want to know if the winner of last week accepted their prize. Might as well go ahead and tell them because got our usuals in here. So,
and some unusuals.
So yeah, just FYI, he did. Kevin did accept his prize, so I did send it off to him. So, and I don't know, Will, I didn't tell you, unless so you wouldn't know this unless you saw my YouTube video, which you probably didn't. But I actually had another one. They sent me actually two, and
Oh wow!
yeah, so I already have one. So I want to do something special for somebody out there. Has always been a long time supporter of my channel. Always, pretty much from the very beginning. Always, in my videos, commenting and stuff like that, and still to this day he does it. So I went ahead and made a little video talking about that, and told
Papa
E.
John's has his own barbershop. What you talking about?
I told E, basically Merry Christmas. I'm sending him the second one I got. So.
Well, I got to play this for that. Yeah, because he seems to be a really cool guy.
Oh yeah,
never met him in person, not yet, anyway.
Yeah, never in person, but here on video. I mean, I had both him and Vado on my live stream at the same time, which is never going to happen again. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
I'm just glad that I didn't win, because then y'all would have thought it's rigged. And second of all, I have two different cordless trimmers that one of them actually was used on my beard 2 years ago. And I do use it to shave the second one I used to shave my beret when I want to reshape it, which I'll be doing this week. And I also use it to shave. I used it to shave my arms when when I had the angiogram done, because they were going in through my arm, and I was like, y'all ain't putting that damn tape on me and pulling hair. And the nurse had told me ahead of time, don't shave. Well, I didn't shave. I just used electric clippers and just trimmed.
Well, why couldn't you shave, though? I don't know why you couldn't, but...
Because they're concerned that you may cut yourself. If they cut you, it's all fine and dandy because it's going to be sanitized and everything. But if you cut yourself, they won't perform any type of procedure with an open wound, even if it's a shaving cut. I know it doesn't sound very fun, but it is what it is, and it'll never be what it shall be. But it was what it was, and so on.
Was it? Yep, it is what it is. So, oh well.
Yep, and news flash to everyone: the next time you see me on a live stream, my beard may be a little bit shorter because
That's only 2 days.
yeah. Well, it was supposed to already be trimmed, but my beautiful wife, Moonbeam, Carla, tested positive for COVID yesterday.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
And has been feeling really bad, but she's feeling a little better today. But she has promised to trim my beard, and she did hair for many years, even though I wouldn't let her cut my hair because I got to live with her. I got to sleep with her. I don't want to be that mad at her. But anyway, since I've been on my beard journey, she has obviously learned a lot. In fact, when I first got started on my beard journey, she was the one who went research on YouTube, beard care and whatnot, and she's watched multiple videos about how to properly trim a beard. So she's going to try her hand at it. She wants to be able to do beard trims, and I guess I'll be the guinea pig. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is she messes it up, and I'll just put a number 3 guard and buzz it all off. I should have enough to be Santa Claus by December. If not, oh well. It's only hair. I'll grow more of it.
Yeah, it's hair. I mean, that's why I just do it. I would say just do a little bit at a time. But yeah, I mean, Carlos, he cuts my head hair, but I do my own beard and mustache. So
it's funny you say that Carlos cuts your head hair, because when I was still wearing hair, I was very, very particular about my hair, and I only let certain people cut it. And I used to go to, it's not Supercuts in the mall. It was their sister's place, Master Cuts or something. I don't remember. But my lady that used to cut my hair, well, she left there. So the next time I went for a haircut, the manager says, look, so-and-so is not with us. And I told her, I said, I'm particular about my hair. And we know. We're going to let you try this one. And I kind of went through all of them. And the last one was a guy. And I asked him, I said, dude, are you a hairstylist or a barber? And he says, well, actually, I'm a barber. And I said, are you straight or are you gay? And he said, well, I'm straight. I was like, yeah, cut my hair. He's like, looked at me funny. I said, dude, I only allow women or gay men to cut my hair because straight men, there's a reason why the old men wear hats when they go to the barber shop, because they get their hair cut and it's all foobarred and they put the hat back on and walk out. I want people who are going to do it right. Not that I'm trying to make any generalization or stereotype, but stereotypical barbershop. And you folks out here know what I'm talking about.
Well, let's go back. Randy R says, his fiance will not touch his beard. And Shay says, hope she feels better soon. And Carla said, you might want to mention that I was a cosmetologist before I met you.
I said that you did hair for years.
Yeah.
And maybe she'll do my makeup too.
Well, yeah. No. Well, you know what?
Okay.
When you were to have your hat off, you could reflect light up there a little too much, so you got to put a little makeup powder up there to dull your.
That's why I wear the hat. Now, last Tuesday night, I didn't have to worry about a shine because it was so red I was glowing. So I couldn't put my beret on because it would have hurt. But anyway, moving right along.
Well, I was going to say, did you peel any?
My forehead actually, it just looked like I was partially exfoliating. And that was it, man. But, we also put lotion and stuff like that on. Not a whole serious amount, but as you can see, in the camera, I just look like I have a tan now. So I guess it was all right.
Well, Shay said they say people that use nicotine are less likely to get COVID. Not that I'm suggesting that though. Instead.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, Shade. I've heard the same thing, and this last bottle of vape juice that Carla got has no nicotine in it. So it's her fault she got COVID because she did away with the nicotine.
I'm saying because I've been nicotine free for what going on couple months now. So
Oh, you're gonna get COVID.
I know. Actually, I actually there's one point I think I got it, but I never tested myself. So, but because I lost my sense of smell for a while, but I never actually took a COVID test. So
I never did lose my sense of smell, and I read something on I think it was on Pinterest. It's 25 facts about farts. And it said something about smelling farts are healthy because of the gas makeup of it or whatever. I don't know. And yep, no matter how bad I got COVID, I could always smell my own farts. So I knew I was good.
Carla says, okay, you're laughing, but this guy is so metro. He spends more time and money than I do on self-care. His feet look much more dainty and beautiful than mine.
That's right. And hey, guess what, y'all? I found out what my birthday surprise is, even though my birthday is past. My birthday surprise is I'm going to get a pedicure and get my toenails painted.
Yeah,
yes, I paint my toenails. I get them painted.
Yeah, I've actually never. I've had a pedicure. I mean, I've had my fingers done, my pedicure, but I never had my toes done. So,
and it's I don't know if this is scientific, but one of my best friends told me that the first time I got my toenails painted, it was for my son's wedding. His wife, I asked her what her favorite color was. She said purple. So I got purple toenails just for shits and giggles. And I showed Shane my toes. He said, "Oh, yeah, you think you bad?" He pulls his boot off, takes his sock off. His toenails are painted fluorescent orange. And I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "An old man told me a long time ago that everybody would laugh at him and Shane works offshore. And he said all the guys offshore would laugh at him because he always had his toenails painted. And one day curiosity got the best of me. So I asked him, why do you always have your toenails painted? And old man looked at him and said, you wear steel toe boots all day long, just like I do. I said, yes, sir. He said, you wear socks. Yes, sir. He said, do your feet hurt at the end of the day? He said, yes, sir. He said, you know why? I said, why? I said, your socks don't give. They don't move. As you sweat, they stick to you. If your nails have some type of coating on it, the material can slide back and forth and not be as restrictive, and your feet don't hurt. So Shane's been doing it ever since. And except for when he was working inland. Then I think he did it then too because he still had to wear steel toes. And I said, that's a good idea. So I just kept up the trend. The thing is, when I get my toes done, I like to go with outrageous colors. Like last Christmas, I think I went with red and green, and the big toe on one foot had a pretty little bow painted on it like it was a present. And then I don't remember what the other one had on it, but I got some artwork done. I just, you'll never see me barefoot, period. But I do wear slides on occasion as slippers, summertime slippers. So then you might see my toes.
Yeah, Shay says, I knew you were weird.
Hey, man. I even said it. It's not like I didn't warn you. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Carla said there's something wrong with her vape. She said, literally burnt my tongue by just taking a puff. Have you ever had that happen to you? Yes, I've had that happen with a certain device from Smock, the brand Smock. They
Smoke. Yeah, that's what she uses.
yes. Oh yeah. No, that's bad. Because that happened to me too. Matter of fact, that's what I had, but the one that I had before the one I gave away, that was a Smock or Smoke, however you want to. I call it Smock. But anyway, so I went to my local vape store and asked him about it. He said, "Oh yeah, that's common with Smocks. They'll do that. It's like because it would read a certain wattage. You know, I always had like 70 watt, and I had a 70-watt coil, and it had about 65, 70 watts on there, right? But even though it says 70 watts, I take a hit. It's like going to like 150, 200 watts. You know,
Yo.
they're like, you know, he's like, oh my gosh, it's like, but it's still reading 70 watts. So I'd like turn it off, turn it back on, you know, pull the batteries out, put the battery back in, turn it back on, and it'll be fine for a little while. But every once in a while, it'll just do that again. And plus, and also it seemed like my coils were going out quicker too than they should be. So, yeah, I got rid of that thing.
Well, it wasn't expensive, but it wasn't cheap, and she's been complaining that well, first of all, before she started having that happen, complaining how it uses so much more juice, more and more, and
Yeah.
and now she's saying that it juice is leaking out, and I'm like, okay, we need to figure out where it's leaking from, and then
Well, I never had
go with
juice. I never had juice leaking out unless the you know, the top part where you open it to put the juice, unless that was like partially open, then it would start leaking. But as long as that was completely closed, I never had an issue with it leaking. But you gotta make sure you you gotta make sure when you like put the coil in to make sure it's, you know, you twist it back on tight too.
Yeah, because she complained about it last night that she went to take a puff and got a mouthful of juice, and I'm like, oh no. That's why I don't mess with those.
Yeah, that's weird.
But they are cheaper in the long run than the disposable ones, which are now pretty much all illegal in Louisiana. Thanks a lot to our government.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll just have to go to the vape shop. We got it. Those guys over there are really, really nice, and they'll probably swap it out for a new one if it's that problematic. In fact, one of the guys that works there lives a few buildings over from us. He lives in a complex here, and I need to get his phone number. That way, you know, they're across town. We could just go out and call him and say, hey, look, my wife needs X, X, and X. Send me a cash app. Boom. In a perfect world, that's how it would work.
Yeah, Carl asking what should I get. Well, Carl, you know, before I had that Smock, I always had a Geek Vape, that brand. I never really had an issue with Geek Vape. What's that?
Geek Bar?
Geek Bar. No, this is Geek Vape. Anyway.
Well, this is a Geek Bar Pulse. Okay.
And that's the one I gave away too. That Ellie one.
Oh, that's good. Okay. How much do they run? Do you know? Price wise?
No, they have different models. They have a couple different tanks too. But can't go wrong with Geek Vape. I mean, it's a good brand. So.
Okay. Well, this the one from Smoke that I got for her. It was recommended by the kids that's what they're using now, but I haven't heard them complain of having any incidents like that. And what my big question is it a defective add-on part, you know, like the coil, or I don't know the terminology for all the stuff on there, but is it the vape itself that needs to be replaced? Because if it's just a bad, you know, coil, for instance, that's the part name that I know of, then yeah, we'll just replace the coil. But if it's something that's not replaceable, unless you got to replace the whole thing, well, then throw it away.
Yeah, I think it's the mod itself. Because I mean, I've gone through, several different coils, and still did the same thing on that smock thing. But
Ew, well, that's bad. Yeah, that's why I stick to my cigars.
And like I said, when the on the mod itself, it would read 70 watts, but all of a sudden, even though it said 70 watts, when I took a hit, it's like 200 watts going through it. You know.
I don't know exactly what that means, but it doesn't sound healthy.
Oh,
it doesn't sound good.
It's like fire going down your throat. And Shane says, Dagan, was you a smoker then went to vaping? Yeah, I was a smoker. I smoked almost a pack a day.
That's all?
Yeah, ain't that bad, I guess.
Hey, at my peak, I was smoking 2 packs a day of Cowboy Killers, the Marlboro Reds. So, yeah, and I smoked for about 30 years. You know, I started when I was 2. It could happen.
Yeah, it could. No, but yeah, Shade, I went to vaping to get off regular cigarettes, and now I've weaned myself off the nicotine part, and then now weaned myself off the mods and stuff. And I got these little disposable zero nicotines, but I need I'm probably gonna get off these here soon too, so hopefully.
Yeah, see, I tried the vapes when I was still smoking, and every time I would try to use a vape, it made me want a real cigarette. You know, I'd take a few puffs on it, and then I'd spark up a Marlboro Menthol 100 or Marlboro Light 100 for that matter. I like the taste of the 100s better. So I found them to be useless to me. And now that I quit smoking, these vapes you'll see me on, I just puff on them. I don't inhale them because that's part of the reason why I quit smoking. I didn't like the inhalation part. That's why I quit smoking Maui Wowie, because I didn't like having to inhale.
Yep, and that's what cigars. I mean, cigars, you know, you shouldn't inhale cigars, so you get sick.
That shit'll kill you, man.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, George Burns inhaled, but he was known to smoke 8 to 10 cigars a day, and that dude lived to be what, like 100?
I know, right?
Or at least late 90s. So,
oh yeah,
he was apparently doing something right.
he was just all these genetics, really. I mean, it's all genetics, right?
Yeah. And Shade says he could taste the chemicals out of the brands. Hey, man, I remember when Winston Cigarettes went to their No Bull campaign. No Bull, just tobacco. And the guy I was driving for at the time, he was like, oh, you need to switch to that, man. The cartons are cheaper. Blah, 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 blah. And back then, I typically would buy my cigarettes by the carton. And I smoked that carton. Well, I don't think I even finished the carton. I think I gave him the rest. And I bought my carton of Marlboro and said, dude, I like the taste of my additives. That was just me.
You know, I love George Burns and that with the Old God, the movie Old God, then Oh God, You Devil. And anyway, I just looked him up
too.
Yeah, I just looked him up. He actually died at the age of 100. So
exactly, but he was also born in a much different age than we were, because people were just built hardier back then. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's true. People were more rugged, I guess you could say, because dude, they went through a lot more stuff than we did. And we've been through a lot. You know, Gen X, we've been through a lot. But we're not near as hardcore as the generation before the baby boomers.
Right.
Which I don't know what that generation is called, but yeah, the generation that fought in World War II, that went through the Depression. Them people, they were stout. And unfortunately, the gene pool keeps getting more and more watered down with each generation. And, you know, I saw this video on Instagram the other day, and I hope I saved it. I'm not sure if I did, but it was this video, and these kids are dressed up 1970s ish, and a bicycle with a banana seat, and they said, the video starts off something about modern day you went back in time to talk to you as a kid. And the kids in the 70s, like, yeah, they told us that, kids in their time don't go outside, and they communicate with things like an Instagram. And the girl says, "What's an Instagram?" And when we were growing up, we're the kids who slept in the cribs that had lead paint on them. We're the kids that rode in the back of pickup trucks. The really strange people are the physically and or mentally challenged people wore a helmet to ride a bicycle. Man, how many times did you go over your handlebars on your bicycle, Dagan?
I've had a few crashes in my bicycle. I got this. Probably still got little scars to prove it too.
Exactly. I mean, we survived a lot because we went through a lot, but we still came out fighting, and we still have immune systems. Well, most of us do. Whereas kids today, God help them for an immune system because they're not exposed to germs much anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, Shade. We did make the best bicycle ramps.
And welcome in, Bearded Beanie. Welcome in. Oh yeah,
and Frankie J, welcome in. Saw you post there a while ago, but we were flapping our gums.
I know. Yeah, see, and I'll go back to what Shay said. I can taste the chemicals of other brands when I switch to American Spirit because they're supposed to be all natural. I do believe, I remember right.
Yeah, they are, and they're expensive.
Yeah.
Unless you can go buy them on a reservation, they're more expensive than Marlboros, which was my brand, or Camels for that matter, which was a second-hand brand.
Oh yeah, like Mark Johnson said, we had to call our friends on landlines when I was a kid. Yep, for sure. Shoot.
Oh yeah, and how many people post something in the comments, an emoji or something? How many of y'all had only one phone in the house but with a really long cord?
Oh yeah.
And then I thought we was uptown when my mama got one of those 2-jack splitters that you plugged in, and we ran a cord all the way to her bedroom.
Yeah, I remember we had a phone in the kitchen with a really long, thin cord on it. You just walk around, I mean, eventually we did get another phone for the living room, and when I got old enough, like in my later teens, I actually got a phone in my room, my bedroom. So, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that my cousins were really fancy Dan uptown because they had 2 phones in their house. They had the regular black phone in my nanny's bedroom, and then they had a wall phone in the kitchen, a yellow wall phone, because we get on each phone every morning and before school. My mom would drop me off over there, and I catch the bus with my cousins, and we call our grandparents to tell them good morning. And like I said, we were on 2 phones, and boy, they were fancy because they had 2 phones. Right. And then if you remember that far back, you remember looking in the phone book. Yes, people, there was such a thing as a phone book. And you'd look up, okay, for instance, Dagan Newland, blah, 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 number, and then children's telephone. It's like, oh, wow, man, people are so rich that their kids have a phone?
Oh yeah, I mean, new kids would not know how to use a rotary phone today. That's for sure. And Carla was saying that her parents were called the silent generation. I never heard of that.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't remember.
Well, yeah, because baby boomers, that'd be our grandparents. Like my parents' parents. That's the baby boomers. So,
I thought the baby boomers were our parents.
well, no, because if I remember, yeah, no, our parents' parents and their parents, because when our parents, they like all my like my parents, they got like big families. Um, Not to them, the families. That's when families started getting smaller. With our parents' generation, they stopped having
Okay.
as many. They stopped having as many kids. So boomers are like
Oh,
parents' parents and their parents, I think.
if you say so. I just know that I'm not part of that generation.
Yeah.
And I mean, this has been probably, oh God, this has been 10 to 15 years ago. A friend of mine, her son was, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years old at the time. And he went somewhere where there was a landline and he didn't understand it at all. And then his mom tells him, well, you know, when we were a kid, we had a phone on the wall in the kitchen. And he thinks for a minute and he looks at his mom and says, well, mama, you mean y'all had to stand up to play games? iPhone, games, wall
Yes.
phone.
Oh yeah, it's just like sorry. I laughed a while ago because Mark said when I was very young, I thought the numbers on the outside of the house must be the phone numbers. So I tried dialing them. Nothing happened.
Oh, man. Well, apparently you didn't live in a small enough town, Mark, because in our town, it was small enough at the time, maybe 1,000 people. When I can first remember using a phone, you only had to dial the last 4 digits.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. My grandparents' number was 7325. It's like, oh, cool. And then as we got older, oh, well, now you have to dial the first 3 numbers. And then you had to start dialing a one because you were calling a long distance.
All right, here we go. I just googled and said what years are the boomer generation. So it would be our parents. 1946 to 1964. My father was
Now,
born. My father was born in 47. My mom was born in 48. So they're part of the boomers.
my mom was born in 47. Now, since you're looking up, what's the name of the generation before the boomers?
I'm looking at silent generation.
A boom, 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 boom. Boom,
Silent
boom, boom, boom.
generation is years of 1928 to 1945. So that's silent was before. So if Carlos, well, parents were born in 45 or sooner, then they would be silent. Yeah.
Yeah, and my grandparents were both born in 1925. I don't know if that's the fringe edge of the silent generation or if that's the generation that probably doesn't. Well, back then they definitely didn't have a name.
Probably
They may
not.
still not have a name.
Yeah. Who knows? All right. Yeah. Carlos said I had older parents. They went through the Depression. Her dad was born in 31. So, yes.
Yeah,
So,
well, all of us are going through depression right now, but
yeah. Yeah. And Shay was born in 76. So, yeah, you're the same
he's Gen
generation.
X.
Yeah. Gen X, same generation as me.
Yeah,
I'm 2 years older. I was born in 74. So,
I was born in 73, 72.
okay.
Damn, I can't remember when I was born. Man, that was a long time ago when I was born. How you expect me to remember that long ago? Yeah, who's saying she was born? Oh wow, her grandmother was born in 1898.
Yeah.
Nick, y'all.
That's 2 years after Burns, George Burns. He was born in 96, 1896. He died in 1996 when he passed.
That's just amazing. You know, when we die in the next, I don't know, 5, 10 years, God, hopefully, please take me. But anyway, when we die, they're going to say, oh man, they were born last century. Will be so cool because we survived two different centuries.
Yeah, Randy's 72. And, all right, he was born in 72, not he is 72. And Shay says, I will look like Jetty's grandpa at his graduation.
Shade, you already do. You look like his grandpa, but you just dye your beard. He's probably going to hit me when he sees me again. I don't care. I can duck.
Yeah, and I know I mentioned it before. It's like my dad was born in 47. And I was born in 74. You know, this last 2 digits kind of just reversed. He was 27 when I was born, and I was 27 when he passed. Isn't that kind of weird? And also another thing, there's just something else I never mentioned. Is like if you take a picture of my dad and his dad around 18, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart. That's kind of weird too.
A little spooky. But, you know, when I was much younger, people used to tell me that I looked like my grandmother. Not fully, but. And I had the wrinkled brow that ran on my grandmother's side of the family. My pa ran, which was also as my mom's first cousin. We have the same forehead, but he went bald, not fully bald, and I'm pretty sure he never did shave his head, so his head just doesn't look as good as mine, I guess. IJS.
Yeah, my facial features that I take after my mom's side of the family, but my body build, my dad's side of the family, because they're more of a more bigger, stockier build. I guess heavy bone structure. So, but like I said, but facial shape, facial like my mom's side.
Yeah, my grandmother considered herself tall because she was 5'8", and maybe she was tall for a woman. My mom was 5'10", and I'm 6 foot even, and I consider myself short. But when I worked the bar scenes as a bouncer, I typically was the shortest bouncer there was because I was working with a bunch of college football players, and you know they were all over 6 feet tall and bowed up as all hell, juice monkeys. But yeah, my grandfather was, I want to say at his prime, he was 6'2", but by the time he died, old age had shrunk him down to about 6 foot, 5'11", somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, time flies and you start getting shrinking. That's for sure. But I think I'm probably the second tallest in my family, at least by blood. There's a person that actually married in the family, and but they never had any kids. And the person that married in the family, he was 7 foot.
Wow.
But they never had any kids. So, but the only other tallest person in my family, blood wise, was my dad's brother, and he was 6'2". Then I'm 6 foot. My dad was 5'10", so I was taller than my dad by a couple of inches.
Now, if I still had my inversion table, I would probably maintain my 6 foot status, but I don't have it anymore, so I may or may not be shrinking by the day. I think when I had my neck surgery, straightening my neck out put me back at, actually, I think it put me at 6'1", but I'm not exactly sure.
I'm just going to say I'm 6 foot. I don't care. If I do shrink an inch to a 5'11", I'm still going to say I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, actually, I tell people I'm 5'12", and they look at me kind of funny and try to figure it out, and then like, oh, okay, you're 6 foot. And yes, I am drinking Crystal Light Fruit Punch because they haven't changed the formula. Yes, I love my red dye 40. Aldi changed the formula of their fruit punch and did away with the red dye 40 and started to use natural fruit juices and flavors and whatever, and their fruit punch tastes like crap.
Oh, remember that thing about Crystal Light too. It keeps away from the for shit. What was that?
Kidney stones.
Kidney stones. Yeah.
Kidney stones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Helps keep
Yeah.
away those kidney
Somebody
stones.
sent me that video. Was it you, Dagan, who sent me that video about that? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was telling my wife about it. She's like, really? I said, yep. Well, apparently she's not drinking enough of it because she still gets kidney stones. Not as much as she used to because she had a Coca-Cola habit.
Oh,
And when I say a habit, she drank a 2-liter bottle a day.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That would.
And
Yeah,
she get kidney stones all the time.
Yeah, that would be a harsh. Yeah,
Yeah, but now that we switch, I'm not saying we don't ever drink sodas, but it's very rare. Now when we go out to eat, I'll have a soda after my meal because if you drink water with your meal, especially if you're at a buffet, you won't fill up as quickly. And I like to get my money's worth, and plus several other people's money's worth when I eat a buffet.
Yeah, true.
But we don't have soda at home except for some frosty root beer, which was on sale on clearance at Costco for $9.99 a case, and it's in the brown glass bottles.
Oh, yeah.
And I wish I'd have had more money at the time because I'd have bought more than just one case. But I saw a guy come up to the checkout line with one in a shopping cart, and I was told Carl, look. And he says, dude, they're on clearance, $9.99. I said, where? He said, over there in that back corner. Went running. And then, of course, I had to grab a shopping cart because I wasn't lugging that damn thing all the way in the front.
Oh, yeah. Good Lord.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that stuff, ice cold. Oh, man, it is so good. And then we had some vanilla ice cream. So I had something I haven't had in probably years. I had a root beer float.
Root beer float.
And,
yes.
Oh, man. Yes, it was good.
I bet it was. But with that, it's about time to go and get on out of here. So.
Yep.
I appreciate everybody coming in. I do. Yeah.
Yes,
for those
most
of y'all still
definitely.
here, hope you hit the like button and would appreciate it if you haven't already. It would be awesome of you. Which I need to do.
Yeah, what does Votto say about that?
Oh, I don't know how that. Shoot, I still haven't done that. I haven't fixed that yet.
All right, folks, y'all need to send Dagan messages and tell him to tighten up. He needs to stop grinding coffee beans to brew a fresh pot and get his sound effects back in order.
Right. Exactly. Oh well. But anyway, yeah. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. I'll see y'all on Tuesday on Will's channel on his stream at 8 p.m. Central.
8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. And the show topic is dependent upon my potential guests. So we'll just have to wait and see. It will be just as much of a surprise for me as it is for everyone else.
And it's going to be a good one then. Surprise.
Oh, yeah. I have a sound effect for that. I think. Oh, wait. I don't think I made it yet.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I have it. And now all I've got is
Shazam.
Yeah. Yep. So really what happens today is...
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
And if any of you don't know where that's from, shame on you, because you're all old enough to know.
Yeah.
But anyway, in honor of National Suicide Prevention Month, be kind You never know the battle that somebody's fighting, and they'll never say a word. So just remember to smile, hello, etc., etc. It may make the difference in another person's life, and that's a big difference. So be nice to each other because you deserve it. And see you all Tuesday night.
Yes. See y'all there. Be there or be square. And see y'all next Sunday. Same time, same channel. All right. Bye, everybody. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.